Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Morning, Alan.
Good morning, Ricardo, Samantha, good morning.
Morning.
Adrian, good morning. Hey man, love that video that you did. Awesome, dude. Joshua, good morning. Angela, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Susan, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Yeah?
Good.
How was your weekend?
It was good. Got to hang out with the boys.
Nice. Nice. How many boys you got? 2, 3, 4?
2.
What are their ages, Josh?
They're 6 and 8.
Oh, that's perfect age, man.
Oh man, they're all pumped up about everything. It's a good time.
Hey, are they playing any sports?
No, not right now. We're trying to keep it as close to home as possible. But we get down on some Mario, you know. We play some Nintendo and we do some trampoline and we play Beyblades. You ever heard of a Beyblade before?
No, man. No.
So like they're these 3-piece tops that smack into each other and they blow up if they smack into each other enough.
Oh,
And
wow.
you yell and scream and you get really intense about it. My kids love them. So we do that a lot.
That's good.
Yeah, man.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, guys. So let's start, man. Today is what? February 1st, 2021. Right? Think about it, guys. January 21st or January 2021 is in the past. It's in the books, history books. What we got to do is we got to look back and see if there are any commitments that we missed that we did not keep, right? And try to get them done today, get them done this week, get them done this month. It's a big month because it's also a short month, right? It's only got what, 28 days or 29 days?
28.
28.
28 days, right? So it's 28 days. So there are like 3 days that we're not going to have, unfortunately. So there's a lot of stuff that we got to accomplish this month, guys. And let's start with that. All right. How's everybody doing with the scripts? Are you guys immersing yourselves in scripts? I'm assuming you're all already got it down, ready to roll, ready to rock. Yes, maybe. Ricardo, you have that nervous smile, man.
Well, I kind of went through them for the first time on the weekend, but yeah, I read over them and I've been learning from it.
Awesome. Who's here actually making phone calls and actually using the scripts that we've been teaching in the last week and a half or so? All right, Samantha, Kelly, who else? I'm assuming Susan is doing the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Adrian, Parker, how's it all coming together? Are you guys getting any good conversations? Are you getting objections?
Yeah, I got one this weekend. He said he wasn't ready. And I just tried to press him a little bit more to find out, like, if I could adjust the search. And he just kept saying he wasn't ready. And I was like, oh, well, are you in a lease? And he was like, yeah. And I said, well, do you know when it's over? And he says, no. And he's just not ready. So I don't really know what to do with those objections after that because he really was just shut down.
Did you ask him what needs to happen between now and the time you're ready?
I did.
He just said no.
He wasn't ready.
Okay.
So I don't know, just a looker, I guess. I mean, I don't really know what to say if they just keep shutting it down, like, I'm not ready, I'm not ready, I'm not ready. And I won't
Yeah. So been in
give
those.
you my criteria. There wasn't anything.
Yeah, I've been into those situations before, and what I do in that situation is two things. Number one, I say, hey, you know what? Completely get it. You're not ready, especially if they're not giving any time frames, if they're not really giving you any kind of details. Just so this way I help you in some form or shape of form. Can I at least customize the properties that you're looking at. So
Asked 2 times and it didn't work. I couldn't
what do you
get
say?
anywhere with that. What do you do after that?
What do you say?
He's just looking, he's not ready.
Okay.
You know what I've seen?
Didn't want to engage in that.
Go ahead, Josh.
I've seen Alberto take callers like that, and he goes ahead and puts in like a standard search for them. And how I understand it is maybe he's just feeling socially anxious. Maybe he's really maybe he feels like he needs to start searching, but he's scared to do it, and he doesn't want to talk about it because he's freaking out about it a little bit. So Alberto kind of throws in like a general search for him, like a 3 2s under 300,000, and sends 25, 30 listings every 3 days or something like that. He kind of puts in like a general search for them and names it something like Roberto's custom search for Juan or whoever it was, and that gives them something, even if they're totally socially shut down. So at least he feels like he can get what he thinks he needs, is getting off the phone, and then you give him what he also needs. It's like a general search. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think the computer though kind of did a general one from what he was looking at, right? Doesn't it do that? I see something in there with some random numbers for a price range from basically like, let's say 150 to
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's
2.
getting. He doesn't know if the computer is actually generating that for him. So what you do is you say, hey, you know what? I'm going to start sending you properties in Phoenix, Glendale, Peoria, Goodyear area. And when can I just follow up with you?
Okay.
All right, that's it. When can I follow up with you? And then just move on.
All
Okay.
right. Thank you.
Again, we gotta.
I felt really stuck with that one. I was like, I don't even know what to do.
Honestly, here's the way I look at it: is like there are people out there that genuinely need our help, and for some reason, we are allowing ourselves to be stuck with one person and remember that conversation and say, well, because of that person or that conversation, every other conversation going forward is not going to be important or not going to be useful, right? When those situations, you have somebody who doesn't want to play a game with you, doesn't want to give you any information, keep it short, get to the point, not a problem. I appreciate you. I'm going to start sending you properties. When can I follow up with you? I don't know. Okay, great. Have a nice day. Boom, done. Move on. Go to the next one. Go to the next
Okay.
one. You guys have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of like thousands of leads to work with. If you got somebody who's not answering any of your questions, doesn't need your help, doesn't want anyone to share what they're looking for, move on.
You're
Move
out.
on. Like they are not worth a second of your time, a minute of your time. Find those that actually value your time. Find those that actually value your knowledge, your expertise, your professionalism, your care. Just find those and move on. No big deal. All of us get those. No big deal. No, it's like, just go to the next one. They're going to be like that. All right, let's continue, guys. Let's go with the scripts. I will start. Who wants to go first? Who didn't go last week, by the way? Anyone? Alberto.
I don't know. I feel like we've all gone around. If it wasn't last week, the last 2 weeks, I feel like almost everyone has either been the agent or the client. So I think at this point, we're just doing a second round.
Okay. Are you guys comfortable with the just browsing or just looking objection? Or you guys need some more training on that? No? Okay.
How do you guys handle the not ready one? Are you guys still getting stomped on that?
I feel pretty confident about that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Today, we're going to talk about the one that is probably you're going to get more and more. I just cannot find anything that I like, or I just don't see anything that I like. Okay, so let's go through that. Alberto, do you want to role play quickly with me?
Yeah.
As far as that one, do you want to be an agent or you want to be the buyer?
Either or, doesn't matter. I'll be the agent.
Okay, you'll be the agent, I'll be the buyer. Okay, let's go.
All right. All right, ring ring.
Hello?
Hi, good morning. Is Alan available?
This is Alan. How can I help you?
Yeah, hey, good morning, Alan. My name's Alberto. I'm actually calling you with Best Homes Real Estate. I'm a realtor out here. I saw that you were on our website, valleyhomesearch.com, looking at some properties for sale. So just wanted to reach out to you and see if there's any way I can help you out with your home search today.
Yeah, man, thanks. I've been looking for some time, and honestly, I just can't find anything that I like.
Oh, okay. So how long have you been looking for?
We've been looking for 2 months now.
Wow, okay. So you have been looking for some time. Normally when I hear that, it's usually a couple of days, but okay. Okay, and you're saying you're having issues finding what you like? What do you mean by that?
Well, we were looking at the properties last year, and at that time, I mean, we were not ready because we were like a long-term lease, but now
Ah, gotcha.
month lease, and the same properties that we're looking at last year, I mean, they're like about 10-15% more.
Yeah, you know what? We're running into a lot of that with anyone who did try to buy, in the last couple of years. Unfortunately, it's like one of those saying goes, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time to plant a tree is today. And the way the Arizona market's been moving, it's very, very similar to that exact same quote, because obviously with everything going on, the market has shifted so rapidly. It's almost impossible to keep up. So I completely get it. I got a lot of my buyers feeling the same way. But the great thing is, Alan, I've noticed over the years that as things continue to intensify with our buyers because of our market, I've noticed that if we strategize and put together a well thought plan and execute on it the way we should, we can still find you that right property for that right price. Now, obviously, we go back to a year ago, the prices are going to be a lot different than what they were. But the good news is, so are the interest rates. So your actual interest rate over a 30-year mortgage would be a lot less than what it probably would have been a year ago. Have you looked into it recently as far as the mortgage goes, as far as the rate goes, what your monthly payment would be or anything like that?
No, I have not. No.
Oh, okay. So when was the last time you did speak to a lender?
Never.
Oh, you haven't spoken to a lender before. Okay. Okay, perfect. I was just assuming because last year you were looking, I thought maybe you had spoken to them, but perfect. Awesome. So this gives us an opportunity to talk to a lender and really get to find out what our best options are. Now, Alan, since you mentioned that you were in a long-term lease last year, you're on a month-to-month. Is this going to be your first time buying or have you purchased before?
Yeah, I'm a first-time home buyer.
Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. So the great news about being a first-time home buyer, Alan, is that there's a lot of great programs out there for anyone who's either a first-time home buyer or hasn't bought in the last, I believe it's about 7 years. So we can talk to a lender and figure out what would be the best deal for you. If maybe a first-time home buyer program, down payment assistance program, they can really tailor a program that's designed to basically fit your financial needs. And like I said before, since you haven't talked to a lender last year, you might have not have noticed, but the interest rates have continued to go down. We're at historic interest rates, this year. So we haven't had them this low in a really, really long time. I strongly encourage all of my clients, if they can, let's take advantage of it and see what we can work out. Because, obviously we saw where things were last year. We saw where things were 2 years from now. If things continue to follow that pattern, we never know where we might be next year, So it might not benefit us to wait a little bit longer. Obviously, a lender will be able to tell you a little bit more into detail about that. Does that make sense?
It does. My only thing is that I just can't find anything that I see. I mean, there's just nothing out there. I mean, we've been looking. We're looking at your website. We're looking at Zillow. We're looking at a bunch of other websites. I just don't see anything that we really kind of like.
Well, what are you looking at? Let me see if I can pull a list up right now and see what I can find.
Well, we're looking for at least 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, about 1,600 square feet. We don't want to spend more than $300,000.
Okay.
And we want to be like in Peoria, kind of like North Glendale area.
Okay, so in Peoria, North Glendale area. Awesome. Let me see what I can find. And you said you've been looking on Zillow and a couple other websites?
Yeah, we've been looking on Zillow, we're looking on realtor.com, I believe, your website, a couple other websites, yeah.
Okay, awesome. So the nice thing about our website is we make sure to update it. I mean, obviously I can't speak on behalf of the other websites, but we make sure to update it every single day. The other nice thing is not only do we have the option to see what's on the Flex MLS, like any other website that you might find, but we actually work with a network of agents throughout the valley that have multiple pocket listings or coming soon listings. One of the areas that we market a lot as a company is actually the Glendale and Peoria area. So I'm sure I can reach out to some of our listing agents in these areas and see if maybe perhaps we can find you something before it even hits the market. Have you ever considered doing anything like that?
No. So like, what's a Flex MLS?
So the Flex MLS is actually the listing service that any licensed agent or agency will be able to use to look up a property in the Maricopa County. And that's where a lot of these websites like Zillow and our website is kind of linked to. And like I said, that's where most of us are going to be able to find any property that's listed by an agent or an agency. However, there are occasions, for instance, when I might have a seller who's not ready to put something on the market just yet. They may want to wait a month or two, maybe a couple of weeks, or they're not too sure. In this scenario, if I have permission from them, I can keep it as a pocket listing and see if there's any potential off-market buyers for them. Similarly, my coworkers in my office and some of our other offices can actually do the same thing as well. So we actually meet up every now and a while. We have a couple of meetings throughout the week, and we talk about these pocket listings to see if there's anything available either for buyers or something that one of our other sellers that's trying to move to the other side of town might be interested in.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you can just send me those as well, that would be great.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, we do meet with our brokerage here. So obviously I'd have to wait until I speak to the agents individually. But as soon as I find something that I think would be a great match, I'll go ahead and send it over. Now remind me again, we were looking Peoria, Glendale, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, under 300,000. And what was that square footage size that we were looking for?
Anywhere between 1,500 to 1,800 square feet.
All right, 15 to 1,800. And you're sure it's only Peoria and Glendale, or are you open to any other areas, or is it just that general area that you like?
I ideally want to be in that area.
All right. So let's just focus right now on Glendale, and then I'll move on to the Peoria area. So right now, I'm actually sitting in front of my computer. I put in anything under 300,000 in Glendale, at least 3 bedrooms, 2 bath. In that size, we've got about 8 properties for sale. So I want to go ahead. You might have already seen this. You might have not. There's a couple of them that are brand new on the market. There's actually like 4 of them that are brand new on the market. So let me go ahead and email these to you. On our website, you say your website is alan@gmail, or your email address is alan@gmail.com. Is that correct?
Yep.
All right, let me go ahead and send these 8 properties to you. These first ones are going to be in Glendale. Again, these are what's on the Flex MLS. Once I talk to my team, I'll be able to send you anything that's off market if I do find something. But let me send this over to you. I'm going to send you over a list of properties in Peoria as well. And then we can see if there's anything in there that you haven't seen. If we find something that you do like, Alan, whether it's on these 2 lists or on the off market pocket listings, when would you be able to go ahead and take a look at one of these?
Well, I mean, probably. We can go tomorrow
We can go tomorrow. Okay, what time would you be available?
after work, after 4 o'clock.
After 4 o'clock, perfect. Only reason I ask is obviously some of these are going to be occupied, so I might have to give them a couple hours heads up. So awesome. So I'm going to send these to you. Take a look at them. They're going to come from my website, valleyhomesearch.com. And now talk to me a little bit more about your time frame, Alan, because it sounds like you've been looking, the last couple of months. You're on a month to month. When ideally were you looking to get moved into your next home?
Probably in about 4 or 5 months.
Okay, 4 or 5 months. Why 4 or 5 months?
Well, I mean, we got to save some money for a down payment.
Oh, okay, gotcha. But you don't know exactly how much since we haven't talked to a lender, right?
No.
Okay, gotcha. So how about we do this, Alan? How about tomorrow, instead of just looking at a property that you might like, how about tomorrow we set up an appointment? We can either do it virtually through Zoom, so I can do like a video chat with you, or you can come down to my office in Glendale. We're located off of 75th in Deer Valley. What we can do is we can sit at my office, do the virtual call, whichever works best for you. I can walk you through the process and actually have my in-house lender, Joaquin, available. He actually works out of our office as well, and maybe answer some lender questions that you might have, and also walk you through that pre-qualification process. Would you be able to sit down with us for maybe 30 minutes or so, kind of walk through that?
Yeah, I mean, we can do it via Zoom. I mean, is it gonna cost me anything?
No, absolutely not. It's 100% free, no obligation at all, free cost to you. It's just good information. Again, just because through my years of experience, anytime that I let people know exactly what the game plan is right off the back, especially in today's competitive market, it has seemed to make all the difference when it comes to beating our competitors and making sure we can secure a property and get it under contract. So I just want to make sure I give you that same advantage as well.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. Let's do it.
All right, perfect. So you said tomorrow you'll be free after 4?
Yep.
Awesome. And then you didn't mention, Alan, are you in town? Are you currently in Arizona, or are you out of state?
I'm in Phoenix. I live in Phoenix.
You live in Phoenix. Perfect. Just wanted to make sure when I set this video call that there's no time difference there. So just wanted to make sure. Perfect. So I will go ahead. I will send you an email confirmation along with the other emails I'm sending you. I will send you my lender's contact information. I'm going to text you my contact info too, just in case you can't find my emails or whatever. You can go ahead and text me and let me know. But yeah, aside from that, did you have any questions at all for me? Maybe that I didn't answer, we didn't touch base on?
No questions. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, perfect. I will see you tomorrow, Alan. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful day.
Okay, thanks.
All right, bye-bye.
Great job, man. Great job. What do you guys
All right, thank
think?
you.
That was good.
Really good.
That was excellent.
Awesome.
Yeah. Any feedback? Any comments?
I have a question.
Yeah.
What happens if you have a buyer or somebody that's looking and he says he can't find anything that he likes, but his expectations are higher than what he can afford? So say he wants something for 300,000, but realistically he's not going to get everything that he wants. How would you talk to that person?
That's a great question. So
Well, I think,
go ahead, Alberto.
yeah, I was gonna say, I think honestly, that's usually when during the buyer's consultation is usually where I kind of hit that nail on the head. What I like to do is I like to pull up the actual MLS in front of them, and show them, look, this is what we got in the inventory. If you compare it to last year, this is where we were, and just kind of tell them that story on where the market is, and kind of realistically show them, as I'm putting these filters, as I'm putting the search criteria, that number go down, and say, look, this is what the market is saying, this is what's available. So we may have to make that decision on, are we willing to sacrifice on some requirements, or are we, going to have to work a little bit extra harder to put that budget up? And then from there, I think once they see it with their own eyes and kind of see you really break it down for them, I think they're a little bit more realistic as far as what they can afford or what they're willing to purchase for what they can afford.
Yeah. Another thing, Samantha, what you can do is you want to kind of reverse engineer and see what they're planning to pay on a monthly basis, when they're in a position to pay on a monthly basis. Now, some of them do have a budget. They're like, well, you know what? I don't want to spend more than $1,500. That's my max, right? Some really don't have a budget, and they need to have that conversation with the lender, because even though the prices are being going up, the interest rates are being going down. I mean, think about it. Back in 2005 and 2006, the average price point here in the Valley was $240,000, but the interest rates were over 5%. Right now, the average price point here in the Valley is $340,000, but the interest rates are in mid twos. So even you're buying a $340,000 house, which is $100,000 more, your payments are less than you were buying to $240,000 house back in the days. So it's all about the affordability index. It's all about, hey, how much are you looking to spend on a monthly basis? And reverse engineer that. If they say, well, $1,500, what you can do quickly is use the mortgage calculator, one of the mortgage calculators. You can use one from Zillow. You can use one on Google, right? Put in a purchase price of, let's say, $320,000, because he's going to be putting down 20 grand. Find out how much he's going to be putting down. The mortgage is $300,000. You're going to be able to quickly pull up that his interest and principal and interest is going to be at around $1,300, $1350. Okay, so he may be able to buy a bigger house, a more expensive house. Okay, so dive a little bit deeper, find out a little bit more about his budget, find out how much he's planning to put down, find out if recently he spoke to the lender. Maybe he spoke to the lender 6, 7, 8, 9 months ago where the interest rates were higher than they are right now. You know, but it's a real dilemma. It's a struggle. I mean, right now I'm looking for properties in Prescott. I mean, I even reached out to Marge Parker. I reached out to Marge. I was like, hey, can you help me out? Can you find me something? You know, there's nothing in Prescott. Nothing. You know, a couple other things.
I was gonna say something.
What?
I was gonna say that I had a listing before and did the same thing that the first example that Ellen said. We were under contract, we had all the showings, and then we had someone, you know, put their offer in, and then they were like, we can't find anything we like. And their motivation for going from 2-story down to 1-story was the main thing. And I was like, you know, sending them homes, whatever, and they just didn't find anything, and they were just not happy. And I couldn't get them an RV gate like they wanted. So it was more getting creative. So it just depends on what the thing is that they're looking for and how you can like sell it, that they could remodel it or whatever. Like we purposely looked at houses going, hey, in this community, there are homes in this neighborhood that have RV garages. So it's probably possible. I mean, we have to check with HOA, but I'm pretty sure you could probably put one in because they're already here. And then instead of getting that RV garage, we ended up getting a home with 3-car garage instead of that. And so it ended up working out. So I would just say, don't get stuck on that. Like when Alberto was just like, you know, going, I can't find anything like, and you know, he got him to get to the lender, but in like a pretty easy way. And he didn't say stuff about numbers. And also when he said like, oh, what is the MLS? And I just usually keep it short and say, you know, oh, it's the multiple listing service, and 98% of the homes in Maricopa County sell from that listing service. So that's where we're going to find most of the homes that are that people buy.
Yeah. But, and here's what I add on top of it is like, but so you know, and I just wanted to share this with you, there are 2 or 3 other sources out there that we go and find homes for our clients. There are 2 or 3 sources, right? I mean, we can send out letters to a specific neighborhood, letting them know that you have a, you know, ready to buy buyer. We'll work around their schedule. We'll pay for a top dollar for the house. We can send out those letters. We can door knock. It's a perfect time right now to door knock and let them know that you're working with 1 or 2 active buyers. We can go back and look at the old expired listings from a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years ago that haven't sold since. Reach out to those sellers. Okay, we can even try for sale by owners. Now, again, Prescott probably doesn't have that many for sale by owners. Again, I wasn't able to find, but give them a solution, right? And you want to mention all those things. So this way you're kind of dangling that carrot. Hey, let's get together so we can map out a sound plan, right? That will allow you to find something. We will find something for you. Let's get together. And when you get together, like Angela says, and like Alberta says, is like, hey, now you can show him how many homes are available in that active area that he's looking at and see what's important to him and what's not important to him. And I usually say, hey, from scale 1 to 10, 10 being super important, a must, and 1 being really not important at all, right? You mentioned about having a garage or 2-car garage or 3-car garage, let's say. If we can find you a property that has only a 2-car garage, but matches all of your other expectations, would you still want to see it? Would you still want to write an offer on it? The same goes, for example, with move-in ready kitchen or move-in ready house or having a pool in the back or not, or a larger property versus a smaller property. All of those things you can ask them during your buyer consultation. And then having a lender on top of it, right, to kind of see where he's at in terms of his credit score, income to debt ratio, current interest rate, he may be able to buy something for 350, 360, 370 and pay the same amount. Okay. Cool. Any other questions, guys, before we go? No? All right, so the homework for Wednesday is for you guys to get really comfortable with this particular objection. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you a link to this video so you can watch it on your end, okay? The way Alberto was going through the his approach and the script, okay? But on Wednesday, the plan is for you guys to start, participating with with this role play session, okay?
Hey,
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Let's have a productive week. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 11 o'clock at our company meeting.
Cool.
Have a good
Thank you.
Have a good one, guys.
All right.
Thanks, Alan.
Bye.